Hey folks, AJ here with another episode of the Media Booth. I know it's been a while, but hey, thankfully we've been busy helping out, modernizing a bunch of media ministries. But that kind of alludes to the whole episode that I want to talk to y'all about. And again, if you're new to the whole Media Booth, this kind of podcast is really meant to have a conversation like if you're a part of my media ministry and we're sitting down and we're just talking about the importance of not just growing the media ministry, but growing you and talking about different things that you go through and give a little bit of encouragement to those who are in the media ministry field. And you see the title, and I'm saying personally that this is what I've dealt with and still dealing with now. And I'll tell you some of the solutions that I'm working on resolving this. And that is being spiritually starved in media ministry. Um, Back in the day before COVID, I used to have a lot of people in our media ministry to where we were able to rotate people. Like we got to the point where, oh, one person only had to be responsible for one Sunday, then they can sit down and sit um, in the congregation, worship, get fed spiritually, and everything like that. But I know a lot of people, a lot of media ministries don't have that advantage. They're there behind the computer, behind the camera, behind the live stream, behind the soundboard, and it's them every Sunday, every event, every single time. And that's how I was for a while, to where I didn't get a chance to feed. I didn't get a chance to sit down and eat. I didn't get a chance to have um, not thinking about, ooh, this camera, this sound, the live stream, this technical issue. It got to a point in media ministry, and this is a very dangerous type of place, where you get there where it's just a job, but you're not there to partake and be able to take in and be fed spiritually, because that's what we all need to get from. You need that. And it got to the point where I was drained, especially with me, my other ministry, this channel, doing and educating and helping as much as I possibly can, on top of doing installs where, contrary to the just doing the technical, I'm really doing a lot of sharing like I normally do behind the scenes, talking with the pastors, talking with the volunteers, the staff, to help work on the mindset and kind of encourage them. And I pour out a lot, but I didn't have an opportunity where I could just sit down and get poured into like I used to. Now add to add to the concept of I'm also a preacher's kid, and we've always had to do something. We're either praying, we're singing, we're playing, we're being an usher, we're taking offering, we're doing something. That's how I was raised. We were always doing something. So me just being a pew sitter, that ended when I was like 7 or 8. So this has been like this for, what's that, 27 years, 37 years? Man, I'm since I'm 45. It's always been like that. But, and I can honestly say spiritually, it affected me. Yeah, I'm taking in the message and making sure, but my taking in the message is I'm listening for what are highlights that I can use to accent, for notes, for bullet points, for reels, for shorts, for stories, for social media, for highlights, for, ooh, I need to edit this out once the live stream is over. I'm thinking about it from a job standpoint, but more importantly, as in a Levite, one of the tribe that helped facilitate worship. That's what the media ministry role is. And it's about taking the time to sit down, sit on your butt, and not do anything except for partake in the message, bring in stuff that's meant for you. And yeah, so I guess for me, what I've had to do, and it hurt, but it was one of those things that I knew it was for my betterment. And I know everybody doesn't have this opportunity. I'm just a chance to do this, but I just want to say what I've done. is I've had to step away from media ministry. I'm still helping, but on a weekly basis, I am not a part of any media ministry to work or do anything. For the last month, I've literally just sat down and I went into worship with not the thought of, oh, I got to play, oh, I got to sing, oh, I got to run cameras, I got to run sound. I'm going to, been visiting a church that, granted, I set their stuff up and they are well staffed and I'm not needed for anything, but I literally just sit and I am fed. Now, like I said, everybody doesn't have that opportunity, but I would recommend, if you're a pastor listening to this, and this is going to sound opposite of kind of a lot of stuff that I've been talking about here on my channel, I would invite y'all, and maybe this kind of solves the need if anybody is still having issues with in person, online, and stuff like that, because there's still people that are kind of fussing about that. Think about this as an option. What about one Sunday a month? Because I've seen this happen with musicians, because this could be applicable to musicians as well too. If there's one Sunday that you just set up everything to record, just record everything, and ask the media team to come out of the booth and just sit down in the pews. No responsibilities, just there. Set it up basically. Now, it doesn't have to be the entire service. It could be like, hey, right when the message needs to go, the pastors stay in one position so the camera's locked on them or something like that, so it can be recorded. But have it be a service that's dedicated to the people who are constantly working, that sometimes they don't have the opportunity to just sit down and partake and be fed. You could also say you just repost and do another service that's previously been done and just let it play again, so the people that are online will still benefit, but getting the opportunity for the media folks to sit down, set the responsibility down for at least one service and just be fed. Because again, I can only talk from my standpoint. It got to the point where, like I said, it became a job, and just things that I should have known from a spiritual walk, I fell victim to because I was not strengthened and rejuvenated in what I should know from a spiritual standpoint, because I was just too busy working, trying to solve problems, trying to do this, so that when life hit, when I should have known enough to go back to pull from the teachings, the Bible, to get me through that stuff, I was kind of weak in that moment. Now, I'm going to be honest. I still read the Bible. It's not like I don't do that. But it's just one of those things that I'm just concerned about. First off, I'm proud of so much of what people all over the world in media ministry are doing. You're constantly doing stuff to help the body of Christ, the ministry at large. But this is one of those moments. And again, this is if I was sitting down in my media booth, you're a part of my media ministry, I would be like, I need you to sit down on Sunday. Take a break. Sit down and just be poured back into. So that way you can be rejuvenated. That way you won't be spiritually starved. You're going to be filled up with knowledge on how to do this, being skillful in what you're doing. But at the same time, you're taking care of you, health-wise, mental-wise, emotional-wise, and spiritual. Take care of that as well, too. So I hope that helps. If you have any other solutions, if you're in media ministry and you understand what I'm talking about, leave a comment down below. What do you do when you feel that? What is it? If you have a plan to where you kind of step away a Sunday or something, share that down below. Again, I need y'all to comment. I would like y'all to comment, because this isn't just for me, because I do read the comments, but this is a community to where we need to help our brothers and sisters who are in media who are going through this stuff because we're working hard. But I'm concerned not just about your talents and abilities and your skillfulness in media ministry, but I want to make sure that your spirit man is taken care of as well too. All right. This is AJ, folks. We'll catch you on the next media booth later.